And look now guys, new cards got added to the box chips, just like I thought would happen when I made my new account guide. Watch out Weatherman, I'm the predictor now. Now that there's new options available for you to spend your chips on, which of them are worth going for? And which of the old ones are still worth going for? Here I'll talk about what cards everyone should pick up and what cards you might like to pick up to help you build your decks. First of all, the new cards added to the box chip menu come from the Aerial Assault, Spirit of the Beast, Future Horizon, and Soul Resurrection boxes from way back in the day. The time period of these boxes coming out was when I was most active in the competitive scene, so it gives me a lot of nostalgia to see all these cards, but let's be real guys, most of the stuff just ain't good anymore. But Crystron, Shiranui, Dark Magician, Synchrons, and Cyber Dragon aren't that bad these days, and there's some important cards from those decks in these boxes that you can now get more easily by using your box chips. This is definitely helpful because some of those decks are kind of expensive. When it comes to staples, we didn't get a whole lot, but we did get Lancia, like I said we would. Everyone should be trying to get 3 copies of this so they can be ready for super banishing metas. And now you don't gotta use your dream tickets to get it. Other than that, the rest of the decks these boxes support are gonna need more support in the future to be worth investing in. But we do have some solid cards here that you could consider, like Swallow's Nest. They can help you play through interruptions and winged beast decks like Lyrilusk potentially. And Chain Disappearance is usually not great, but can be absolutely devastating if the meta is full of key playmakers that have less than 1k attack. Box chips are still kinda early into the synchro era of Duel Links, so in terms of extra deck staples there aren't much. Before this new update, we would only really look at Ancient Fairy Dragon, Powered Insectron, Mistworm, Charge Warrior, Black Rose, Vermilion, Quandrax, and Sammy D, and all of these are somewhat worth still getting if you're looking for something to spend your chips on. But now with the update, we got Brionac, Dark End Dragon, and Shiranui Squire Saga. It's honestly kind of rare that you'd want to use any of the synchros I just mentioned these days, but every now and then, one of these is going to be helpful in a synchro deck, and now you can get them in box chips. That's pretty much it for the new stuff, and next time we get a box chip update, we probably can't expect any relevant staples to be added if we are going to continue with adding 4 boxes at a time, because if we do that, then the only helpful cards we're going to be getting are Jamming Waves and Misk. But that's still really cool for the people who want to play Sky Strikers or Dinos, but don't want to go through the old boxes. We're only 10 boxes away from getting DD Crow and box chips, guys. So let's hope they start speeding up these box chip updates. So where does that leave all the rest of the box chip cards? What can you get from box chips that would be worth it these days? First of all, the most important cards you can get are Needle Ceiling, Forbidden Chalice, and Cosmic Cyclone. If you have Forbidden Droplet, you don't need Chalice, and if you have MST, you don't need Cosmic, but Needle is still a great card with no replacements to this day. After that, you can get Necro Valley, Drowning Mirror Force, Divine Wrath, a Forbidden Lance, and Treacherous Trap Hole. These ones also aren't going to be ones you're going to play in every deck, so save your box chips and keep these cards in mind if you happen to get a deck that needs these. There's some generically cool cards that aren't deck specific that you can get from box chips too, that you can keep in mind the same way you would for staples. These are the Invoked package that is almost everything for the Invoked except Meltdown and the new fusions, Shuffle Reborn, Living Fossil, DDR, Into the Void, Fusion Gate, Book of Life, Unexpected Die, Dragon's Mirror, Magical Eyes Fusion, Transmigration Prophecy, Block Dragon, Burial from a Different Dimension, Necrofusion, the Spellbook package, which goes with a Knowledge Bundle to give you a draw engine, Chaos Greed, The Beginning of the End, and Dimension Distortion. Finally, most of the decks in Duel Links history that might have been good when they were new just got phased out with time, but a lot of them got support from newer boxes that made them good again, with the only issue being that if you're new, you don't have the old stuff already, so you can't really benefit from the new stuff. Thankfully, the box chips give us a way to get those older cards without needing to waste our gems. You might think though, well, if I'm getting the old stuff, that's a lot of stuff I have to get. But you also got to remember that when they give new support cards, they tend to reprint the N and R rarity cards in the same box as the new support. So we're probably only going to need to pick up the SR and URs of the new box chips anyway. Let me stop wasting your time. Here are the decks you could get the support for from box chips that would be worth it. Shiranui, Cyber Dragons, Dark Magicians, Agents, Crystrons, Black Metal Dragon for Dragon Links, Synchrons, Heroes, Zombies, and Gemini. I know there's a lot more decks in here that have some great future potential, but we don't know when that's gonna happen. So for now, these are the ones I'll say are worth looking at. Everything apart from staples that you can get from box chips, it's probably best for you to hold onto your box chips until you need any of the cards I talked about today. This video is just kind of saying, hey, These are here. You can get them this way. Keep them in mind if you need them at some point. They aren't going anywhere, so you can spend your chips at the moment you need them so you don't waste them. Or you could spend your chips on them when you have more than 1k chips, since you can only have so many chips at once. Yeah guys, go pick up your Lancias, like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, have yourselves a good one guys, and I've been Undead from Team 6K, signing out.
Hey, why they gotta hate on me? I done got me 250,000 views and they still saying they low-key. They ain't wanna come work with the kid, but I'm flexing with Zay on beats. How they ask for a spot at the gym, but they leave all the weight on me. I don't ask them to wait on me. They would ask where they gon' be with a song if they wanted the Weatherman. I ain't asking to pay no fees. She was homeless and needed a spot. I ain't ask her to pay no lease. I ain't ask her to say no please. I ain't ask her to make no cheese. Scream fake but it ain't on me. Got clean so it ain't no streets. Why green if it ain't no keeps? Brought cream so it ain't no beef. My team say it ain't no chief. My demon they hang on me. They seemingly ain't no peace. I seen him, he ain't no beast. For real.